your right hand on the Bible? Do you swear in the case now in hearing to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Be seated.
Mrs. Buchanan, I'll try to be as brief as possible. I think it's important for the jury to understand your background with Tina Clayton.
Her mother, Irene Manning Clayton, was my closest friend and my roommate in college.
And when Irene Manning died, Tina came to live with you, is that correct?
Yes, that was Irene's wish. Tina is my godchild, so I was very happy to do it.
Oh, she's your godchild?
Yes, that's right.
But you had no indication from Irene or anyone else that Victor Lord was Tina's father?
None whatsoever.
Mm-hmm. Why do you suppose Irene didn't tell you?
I can only speculate.
No objection.
Go ahead. Well, I believe that Irene was ashamed of what had happened. And that she also wanted to spare me the humiliating realization of what my father had done.
Yes. What your father had done. But nonetheless, you have accepted Tina as your half-sister, is that correct?
Well, the evidence seems conclusive, yes.
When did you come to that conclusion?
I don't really remember the exact date. It was early in July sometime.
But it was before Harry O'Neill's murder.
Yes.
Now, you've heard the defendant's testimony about how that conversation took place and what happened. Is it essentially, substantially correct?
Yes, it was.
That you agreed to allow her to use the Lord name and had agreed to discuss her share of the Lord estate. Is that correct?
All that remained was to work out details.
So, Tina Clayton had no motive to continue her campaign of harassment. Isn't that correct?
I must object, Your Honor. There's no way Mrs. Buchanan could possibly know what was going on in the defendant's mind at that moment.
Sustained. Strike the question.
Let's go back a bit. Now, the evidence of Tina's parentage, that was made known to you some time ago, correct?
Yes.
And yet it wasn't until the 1st of July that you came to accept that evidence. Why did it take so long?
Because it reflected very badly on my father, whom I loved very much. It rather shattered my illusions about him.
I see. You didn't like the idea of him sleeping with a 19-year-old girl, your best friend. Is that correct?
Would you like to find that out about your father?
So you sought psychiatric help?
Yes, from Dr. Marcus Polk.
To rid yourself of Nicole Smith, so that you could finally, once and for all in your life, face the vision of your father in bed with Irene Manning, grappling with her, perhaps forcing himself on her, but most certainly impregnating her. Isn't that correct?
I can't bear it. I can't bear the thought of it now.
Why?
I can't
Why?
Stop it.
What is the big deal? Did you have your father on that much of a pedestal?
Yes, I did.
But you now know him for what he is, don't you? What he was, a sexual adventurer, a ruthless, powerful man, a despoiler of young women. Isn't that a fair description of Victor Lord? Isn't it? Mr. Buchanan. Then answer it!
Objection, Your Honor.
On what grounds?
It is immaterial. Victor Lord's character is not an issue in this case.
But his relationship with Irene Manning goes right to the possible motive for the defendant of murder.
I am going to overrule the objection, but Mr. O'Neill, I strongly suggest, in light of our discussion in chambers, that you modify your tone and avoid upsetting or badgering the witness.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, I got carried away.
Yes, indeed you did.
Mr. Buchanan, I owe you an apology. Do you think possibly we might talk about my brother, about Harry O'Neill? About how well and how long you knew him?
I was a young girl when I met Harry for the first time. He worked at the Lord Manning plant, which my father owned. And my father used to take me there with him sometimes.
And you had contact with him throughout the years, right?
Yes, off and on.
And that contact became closer when he assumed the presidency of the company after a change of ownership?
Yes, that's correct.
Yes, and at no time, though, it was always was always a business relationship, is that right?
Yes, it was a social one, too, to some extent. Our families became friendly.
But at no time was it a personal one.
No, of course it wasn't.
Yes. And you had no inkling that Harry might have been a part of your other life?
No. None whatever. I still find that so hard to believe. Mr. O'Neill, your brother was such a fine man. He was a devoted father, a man of unquestioned integrity and honesty.
Are you saying that you can't imagine Harry taking up with a woman like Nicole Smith? Speak up, please. I didn't hear you.
Harry didn't know that I was Nicole Smith.
And yet, on July the 12th, you came into possession of some evidence which indicated that he had indeed taken up with Nicole Smith. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
Please, will you tell the jury about it?
It was about, it was about 11 o'clock in the morning, and the flowers were delivered. There was a note with them.
And you recognize the handwriting?
Yes, it was from her, from Nicole. I assumed it was from her. It was the same childish handwriting as other notes I had received.
What did this note say?
It said, Viki. Viki, why don't you get rid of Clint so Harry and I can be together? And it was signed Niki.
And that was the first inclination you had that you, I'm sorry, I mean, that Nicole Smith was carrying on an affair with Harry O'Neill?
Yes. It just came out of the blue. I was so shocked. I just stood there, and all these thoughts went through my mind, thoughts about Niki and how she was using me, how she was trying to destroy my marriage. And now she was trying to destroy Harry, and she was dragging him and his whole family in, and he didn't deserve it.
That's all right, that's all right.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. We understand. What did you do then?
I was upset and I was afraid. I called my husband, but he wasn't there, and I left a message. And then I realized that Harry had to be told.
You don't really think that he ever connected you with Nicole Smith?
Mr. O'Neill, I have told you no. Your brother was one of the most honorable, decent men I ever met. I'm a married woman. He would never have done that.
No, you're right, he wouldn't. All right, you called Harry.
Yes, I called Harry at Lord Manning. He wasn't there, and I left a message that he should come to my house as soon as possible.
Then what?
I don't know. I think I called Jenny again. I don't know. After that, there was nothing. I blacked out.
Until when?
Hours later, I came to myself. I was in Niki Smith's room.
And your husband was there?
Yes, Clint was there. And Tina was there.
And my dead brother was there.
Yes. Oh, I suddenly realized I was wearing a wig. Oh, I was so horrified, and I tore it off, and I'm sorry, I think I became hysterical.
No, let's go back. Let's go back to those hours of the blackout. Remember that blackout. Please try to remember. You have to remember some of the details.
I don't remember.
Don't remember meeting the defendant there in the backstreet
don't
bar?
remember.
You don't remember encountering Mitch Laurence of having a drink?
don't
The gun! What about the gun? The shot went off into the ceiling, and then Harry burst through the door! You have to remember!
I don't remember. I have tried. Don't you think I've tried? I have tried so desperately. I can't. I